G'day everyone, Uncle Jojo, your favourite builder. I have another builder that might become your favourite builder. This is Neil Coulter.
Hello.
And he has just been put into an article with the MBAV that is about depression and mental health.
Well, specifically depression in the building industry.
So talk us through depression, because not many people on a building site will talk about depression. Can you walk us through that?
Depression, it's a funny thing to try to explain,
Okay.
unless you've been there and feel it.
Yep.
You just feel constantly down.
Right.
You could be at a wedding or a funeral and have exactly the same expression on your face.
So you're numb.
You're just numb and you just don't feel right. You only have to have a couple of people let you down, which is very...
All the time, every day.
Every day of the week,
Yeah.
and things can start going haywire. So
Yep.
so it does. It feels bad. Like in this article, in the Master Builders article, the latest edition. This is just hot off the press. It talks about me and my depression. It goes through. There was some really dark years for me, and there were times when I'd wake up in the morning and simply not want to go to work.
Wow.
But sitting in my car.
Yep.
Or my van, and just telling myself, just turn the key, just go to work. You have to go to work.
Yeah, right.
And that could take up to 15 minutes of
Do
the
you have
morning.
a family? Do you have kids and a wife?
2 kids and a wife. So
right.
Back in those days, kids were very young. There was a lot of stresses at home.
Yep.
Depression only made it worse. So not really talking to my wife, Nat, and the kids are always there and always dealing with that, and trying to run a business.
Yeah,
and obviously paying mortgages and bills associated with the
pressure.
business. So
that's full on.
A lot of pressure. So I talk about that in this article. I talk about the things that's helped me try and overcome depression.
Yep.
Saw people about it, psychologists about it, and it's possible that I've had depression since I was 12.
Right.
So it does. Through my 20s was a very hard period. A lot of alcohol mixed in with that. It was a very tough time, but I didn't know I had depression back in that time.
Yep.
And I look back at it now and I go, well, that friendship fell apart because it was just the mental attitude that I was in at the time. And when I first started to be a builder, I found it very hard to win a job because I must have just been walking into meet a client for the first time with this look of dread or despair on my face, or I'd give them a quote later and never hear from them or not get the job, and I'm like, well, why isn't anyone, I could build houses, why isn't anyone giving me the job? So it obviously had a part in that. I'd be in a shower of a night time just sobbing to myself. It's like, I can't do this anymore. And the amount of times I've nearly quit being a builder, I've lost count. But you get up the next day and you keep going. But
why? Why do you do that?
Well, because we care about building. Care about what we're doing. I mean, I went into carpentry because I like to build stuff. The plumbing side of it, well, Dad pretty much saw to it that I didn't want to be a plumber. We didn't have that relationship where you talk like you and I are even talking. We just didn't have that relationship. It was very, very hard ass sort of.
That's the last generation.
Yeah, old school. So you bottled it all up inside. But started martial arts when I was 11 or 12 in judo.
Oh, it's a great martial art, judo.
Love it. Still love it today. I don't practice it anymore, but I had a bit of a rest from judo. I was doing karate as well with the same teacher. And then at 18, I got into Thai kickboxing.
Oh, right.
And did that for 10 years and went really high in that, had some fights and whatnot. But part of the way I'm trying to deal with depression now is I've gone back to the martial arts. I had 10 years out of it.
Good on you. And
I've now got a new goal in that martial arts. I'm doing Zendu Kai. So long story short, I did Thai boxing through Zendu Kai, but I wanted to learn all the katas and everything. So I've been working my way up through the ranks now, and I'm about to go for the brown belt for that.
Unreal!
And I'm doing at the same time a Filipino martial art, Dos Pesa Screamer,
the sticks.
And I'm green belt in that as well. So that's been really good, and it's only since I've been doing that 2 years again now, back into it, and it's really having a good mental effect on me, and it's something away from work as well. So
and changing focus. That's so important.
Because back in the dark days, I'd be doing 10 hours on site, coming home, saying hello, have dinner, and then another 4 to 5 hours in the office of the night. And that's no way to live, man.
No.
And it just days after weeks after months, just roll into one. And
what about the relationship with you and your kids and your wife?
Oh, well, it wasn't
went out the window.
It goes out the window. My wife was fantastic. She stuck by me through all this. And
good on your wives.
And look,
It makes it hard on
And
them.
I mentioned in the article, like,
Yep.
no one would have blamed her if she had left me. Like,
Yeah, okay.
and I certainly would
Yep.
couldn't blame her for that, looking back on it. So she's done well, and we've really worked on it, and she has a good understanding. She can actually talk to other people's partners who have depression,
Unreal.
and she doesn't mind doing that as well.
Yep.
I'm really lucky. My team's excellent. Like, I've got a really good. My two supervisors, we're all from the same stock of carpenter, so.
Yep.
Certainly one of them is my ex-apprentice. He left me when I was going through these dark years. He left, and we managed years later. I managed to hook back up again and sort our stuff out. And he's just he's grouse. He's the best now.
And you're very passionate about what you do. You're a very good carpenter from what I've heard. So I'd love to come onto site and check it out one day.
Correction, I used to be a good carpenter. I'm a bit rusty these days, so I'll leave it because, to be honest, my boys who I brought up, they're actually better than me now. I always say carpentry is a full contact sport.
Yeah.
You've got probably 10 good years in you, I reckon, to really smash it out. Once you hit 30, you start...
It makes it hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, your body starts to play up.
Yep.
But you and I are in a different boat because we're doing boutique houses.
Yeah, right.
So every single job is different. It's not a different variation of the one plan like a iron builder would do.
Yeah.
So our apprentices are going to need to start switching on pretty quick and adapt and think outside the box and ahead of themselves a lot quicker. And that's
well said.
And that's hard to get someone up to speed.
Yep.
So I was just lucky that my last apprentice, he's now 10 years in. He left me, and look, I do not blame him for leaving me. Like, they were really terrible times for me, and it would have been even worse for him coming to work. Like, he would have dreaded coming to work some of those days.
As in yelling and screaming at him and stuff?
Yeah, but it wasn't, I guess some of it was directed at him, but a lot of it was just yelling at myself. If I do something wrong, oh, you're an idiot, Neil, you're this and that, why'd you do that? You're not thinking straight, blah, blah, blah. And it would have been hard to be around, so he went away and got other experience, and now he's come back, and he's just an amazing tradesman.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's so good to see. Yeah.
How good is it to take somebody that...
Yeah, from knowing nothing
good on ya.
To being one of the best carpenters I've ever seen.
That is unreal. Good on ya.
Yeah.
How do you deal with depression and things like that on work? Do you talk to your boys at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I do now. I never used to. Now it's on the radar now. Like, you got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Guys, if
you've gotta.
Yeah, you have to, because I tell my workers all about myself.
Yep.
And I don't like preaching it. Oh, I think you might have depression, Joe. You should go see someone about it. I'm not about that. I'll just say, I'll tell you how it's like for me, and then you can say, well, maybe I act a little bit like that, or that's what happened to me. And that's what I'm trying to get to here. So with this, right now it's at its infancy stage, and I want to take this around the country. And I want to take it to MBAV trade nights and talk pretty much an off-cuff talk like this about depression. Just saying that it is all right to all these trades. I mean, just think of that statistic. Every 2 days. Every 2 days, a builder or construction worker takes their own life.
Well, I actually just lost a mate last week to the black dog.
Really?
Yeah. Shit. Horrible. But the same thing, the pressures that come. You do, let's say something happens and there's payments that are stopped. The payments get stopped. It runs down the line. The ripple effect takes over everyone. And a big building project, you stop one of those payments, and it ripples down the entire effect of everyone.
It doesn't ruin one life.
No.
It ruins
everyone.
A lot of lives. Yeah.
So
communication is, I think, top 3 disciplines you need to have as a builder.
Yeah, right. I'm totally in with you.
That's with not just your clients, with all your tradesmen and suppliers. If those payments do stop, keep the communication open. Keep talking to whoever you owe money to, any of your creditors, just keep the communication. The money's coming, I'm sorting it out, please wait. I'm quite happy with the fact that I've never not paid somebody.
So, good on ya!
Never.
That is awesome. The amount of guys that I've heard that just walk away, or they don't answer their phone.
I've had it to me as a subcontractor. I've lost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
How good is it to hold your head up high and have pride in that?
You got to. And I hate shifty people, shifty builders. You are too, trying to get rid of that shifty builder image.
Used car salesman.
Just be honest. Be upfront and honest.
But it's the few that do it that wreck the industry. There are a lot of guys like that. And building coach, you do the building coach, you're part of that. You've met a lot of guys through that are very...
We have a group Australia-wide and we keep in contact with each other, run ideas through each other.
That's unreal.
All client-centric, so we're all trying to do the right thing.
Yep.
You know, and it's really good, and it gives us that other fallback if we need to ask a question, a professional question. It's a professional group, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is good, and it actually turned my company around.
So, in talking about depression and anxiety, so getting the proper training helped you a lot?
Absolutely. There was a massive difference to that. Just knowing that I'm not the only person going through this thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. Building is, I reckon, a very, very hard industry to be into.
Yes.
You know, we touched on it before. You have to be an accountant. You have to be a psychologist. You have to be a doctor. You have to be a babysitter. You have to be an electrician, plumber, plasterer, bricklayer. It's very broad, and you need help. I know for a fact I'll go my whole career without knowing
everything.
You can't. It's constantly changing. I mean, I imagine you're part of CPD points. So am I. So continuing professional development. So I'm always doing courses, and Bill's coach is part of that.
Everyone, thank you very much for watching. This has been really informative about depression and communication on site meal.
That's what I want to do.
Thank you very much for sharing.
My pleasure. I just want to get it out there, my story, and just let everyone know that it's okay to talk about it. That's all I want to do.
Good on ya. And anybody else, if you're out there, seek help, talk to someone.
If you need it. If you feel you need it.
Just talk to anyone. Whenever you need anything, just talk to them about it. It'll help you out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like always, stay awesome. Catch you next time.